again. I'm Antonio. This is the 5th lesson, and I hope you are fine, still fine. We haven't seen each other because of this break, this Easter break, anyway. Kind of a strange Easter, but I hope you are with will to continue studying English. So I think after these 4 lessons, we have studied more or less all the Unit 8, all the contents, all the grammatical points and everything. So let's go through Unit 9 with this cool stuff. And today we're going to study the defining relative clauses, especially that. So I hope you understand and you can continue at home. So come with me and let's start. So, as I said before, if you go to Unit 9, it is called stuff. Stuff means the material things, right? I mean, imagine that you are going to move your house and then you have to think about your vinyls, your books, your CDs, your clothes, your bike, everything, all of that is the stuff, okay? Different to staff, as you also know, that it is the people who work, for example, in, I don't know, in a restaurant, something like that. It makes the staff, also in Spanish, we use that word. Here is staff, same pronunciation, but with you, okay? So it's all about material things. This unit speaks about how people live without all these things, with not a lot of things, that they move, they change, house, job, and everything, and they have a kind of life with not a lot of things, okay? So anyway, this is all the readings and listenings. I have to focus about the grammar. So the grammar here is, the first point is the defining relative clauses, okay? In Spanish, we used to call that oraciones de relativo, something like that. But anyway, first of all, defining relative clauses, I have to start from the beginning, okay? So the first thing is that we have relative clauses, yes? And from here we have the defining and non-defining, okay? So the defining are the ones that we're going to study this unit. The non-defining are not, but anyway, I'm going to give you that information. So the defining relative clauses are the ones who express relevant information, okay? And the non-defining express extra information. That is why it is between commas. We will see that later. So defining, we have to speak about things, and then we use which or that, not so common. To speak about time, then we use when. To speak about people, then we use who, also that, not so common. To speak about possession, then we use whose, cuyo actually, and places. Especially that on the book, we have also reason and everything, but especially those 5, okay? Things, time, people, possession, make the box instead of here, and places. And then the non-defining are almost the same because they use, for the extra information, also relative pronouns, which are the same. Okay, who, which, where, whose, and when. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the defining, but anyway, I'm going to use an example to both of them, right? So imagine defining relevant information. For example, the girl who works at the supermarket is, I don't know, ill, for example. Okay, so we have the girl who, that is the connection with this part of the sentence, and the girl who works at the supermarket is ill. So this is the second thing. Of course, if I don't say this, there is no meaning here. The girl is ill. Who works at the supermarket, okay? But for example, if I say the non-defining, it means extra information. I can even omit that. I can even don't say that. For example, my brother, comma, who lives in London now, comma, is very good at English. This is, as you can see here, is the same pronoun, relative pronoun, but in these cases is without commas, because this, who lives in London now, is the extra information. Because I can say my brother is very good at English. Why? Okay, because he's living in London. Anyway, here, all of this is relevant. Yes? So, we're going to study the defining, not the non-defining. So, defining relative clauses, as you see, we use the defining relative clauses to give essential information about someone or something. You can check at the end of the book, of course, you have a kind of summary, as always, but anyway. And we use a relative pronoun. Difference depends on if I am speaking about a person, about a place, about, I don't know, the time, something like that, okay? So now I'm going to explain to you the 5 relative pronouns that we have on the book, right? So let's continue. First of all, if I am talking about people, I use who, okay? Or that, but is less common, yes? So, for example, they are the people who want to buy a house. I can use that here, but anyway. Son las personas que quieren comprar la casa. ¿Quiénes quieren comprar la casa? We always use this relative pronoun according to the noun before, okay? What else? We have, when we talk about things, we have to use which. And also that, as I said before, less common. Okay, I'm going to use, if you want, different colors. So people, who, things, which. Another example, for example, things and animals. I'm going to use also an example about that. For example, the pen which you gave me doesn't work. El bolígrafo que me diste no funciona. So which is, the pen followed by which. Or the dog which is always barking, el perro que está siempre ladrando, is called Bobby, se llama Bobby. Yes, so we have another here. Okay, number 3, possession, we use whose. If you check whose on the dictionary, it is called de quién. But in this case, the relative pronoun is more cuyo in Spanish, okay? For example, that is the girl whose brother is in my classroom, for example. Esa es la chica cuyo hermano está en mi clase, va a mi clase. So it's the same, okay? I'm going to finish. I would like to continue, but I will continue with different topics next day. So number 4, places. We use where, donde in this case. For example, this is the city where I live. So we have a place and then where, and finally time. Then we use when. It's the same, okay? For example, do you remember the day when we met? So I'm talking about a time, specific day, when relative pronoun and relative clause we met. Okay? We also have, it will be number 6, but it is not on the book. Talking about reason, we also have why is another one. For example, this is the reason why I love English. Es la razón por la que amo inglés, for example. Okay, so we have some of them more, but especially those 5. I mean, this one is not on the book. And we also explain next day whom, for example, also important, okay? But next day, because we are running out of time. Anyway, of course, I have a song. In this case, one of my favorites, Leonard Cohen. I think it's not in that classroom, in that level. I've used it the same vinyl for another one. We're going to talk about you know who I am. Of course, this is a relative pronoun. You know who I am. I'm going to show you the lyrics, okay? It is okay, I have it. So you know who I am, Leonard Cohen. This is the live album, but it is in another one. I cannot follow you, my love. You cannot follow me. I am the distance you put between and not the moments that we will be. It's a poet, of course. And we have the relative pronoun here. You know who I am. You've stared at the sun. Stare is this verb, is mirar fijamente. Well, I am the one who loves changing from nothing to one. And then continue, and I will live with you, one broken man, whom, this is another relative sentence. In this case, whom is a quien. We will see the next day. It is not who, quien, subject. It is whom, a quien, object. Un hombre roto, a quien le enseñarás a reparar, something like that, okay? And finally, you know who I am, you know who I am. It's a very nice song about all of this, of love, and from Leonard Cohen. So, it's a longer video today. I hope you understand everything. Of course, I will continue next day with everything, a kind of summary and more details. Be healthy, be happy. See you next day. Thank you.